Hello, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be doing part 6 of my let's fill out my DMC chart with these drills that I got 445 colors of drills that I got from Art Dot on Amazon. So yeah, this is already part, what did I say, part 60? I can't even remember what's part I'm on. So I'm just gonna sit down. I might be a little bit not as loud here. So yeah, so since this is part 6, I don't know how much more explaining. But so what I'm doing is I'm filling out my DMC chart with these drills that I was able to get from Art Dot. And so I did get this for free to you know, review the product, and I think this is pretty much probably the most reviewed product I have had, because how many videos have I been doing this with? A lot. So I'm just filling out this chart with my with each color, just because I think it's kind of nice to have, like, this chart I made, which is available to purchase on my Etsy shop, which I'll link below. This DMC chart that I made has colors on it, but it's different when it's the actual, like, drill is on there. Like, there's just like it just looks different. So then and then after I open it, and here I'm just gonna put it in with my spare storage, because I do keep all my drills that have DMCs on them in my spare storage. And I have been using my leftover square drills to do a cross stitch pattern. So I have used them, and whenever your drills you might run out of or something when you're doing a diamond painting, it has happened to me a couple times, and you don't want to wait like the month or something for something to get to you, then that's pretty much why I keep my drills. So, and plus, I don't know, I can't throw them away. I really can't. I know some people just throw them away, but I can't. I really can't. So this, and it's fun to organize them. I don't know, maybe I'm weird. I find it fun to organize these things. I don't know. And I just like the reassurance that there'll be some drills left over in case, like, weird things happen, like, you know, you get the wrong color, or you don't get enough of something, and you're almost done with the diamond painting, and you just don't want to wait, like, all that time for another one, for them to send you the drills, if they will even send you the drills. It depends on what company. Not everyone will even reply if you're like, oh, I didn't get the drills. Can I get the drills? Who knows if you'll ever get them. So yeah, it's nice to have reserve. Or I've had times where when they charted something, I like didn't agree with their, like, what the color they chose. Like, maybe you want it to be brighter, or you want it to be, I don't know, darker, or you want it to be like there was one time I did a diamond painting, and I thought the color should have been yellow, and they gave me they charted this really, like, olive green color. So what I ended up doing was just going through my spare stash and tried to find, like, a yellow that I had a lot of, and I was very happy with me replacing that olive green with the yellow, because I thought that that part should have been yellow and not olive green. So just because that's how the diamond painting company charted something does not mean you have to follow it. I mean, you can. It's easier if you just follow what got charted. But if you're not happy with how it looks, there is nothing stopping you from changing it yourself. So yeah, I've done that before. I think it's, yeah, so, and I seriously just can't throw it away, so I'm trying to find ways to use these things. And now that I have this chart, I'll be able to kind of look through it. If I did have that issue where I didn't like the color they gave me for a certain section of it, I could just go through this and be like, which color would look good, and then I'd go look in my stash and see how much I have of it, and maybe I don't have that many enough to fill to do what I wanted to do. Then I'll be like, I'll look through this chart again and be like, okay, what's an alternate color? It doesn't have to be like the exact color that you want. Like, there's so many colors, like a shade near enough is good enough. So yeah, I'm just trying to think what, and also if you have some diamond paintings, I've noticed it's a lot less frequent now, or at least for me, I haven't had that it as much as I used to, is some diamond paintings do not have DMCs on there. So so then you can't like save the drills, so you're like, what am I gonna do with this? So if you have, I'm in the belief that even though they don't have DMCs, they're still in DMC order. So if you have this chart and then you kind of just go down the chart in DMC order, you might be able to match up the DMC list drills to something you're to the chart and be like, oh, okay, now I know what color it is. But I'm just thinking of suggestions what to do with this chart after you're done. Oh, it's just nice to see it filled up. I'm actually enjoying filling it up. I've been filling, so if this is the first time you're seeing this video, kind of video, so I do have a DMC chart here. It has the DMC number, the name of the number, like a swatch of the color, and then I have 6 different squares in here. I've just been filling them out with certain things. So I had already started filling this out before I got this art dot thing. So if I had gotten this first, I would be filling up the first row, the first column with this, so that I would have them all filled. So my first column, this is just how I'm doing it. My first column is my round drills, my second column is my square drills, my third column is my round AB drills. And if you don't know what AB, I don't know if you'll be able to tell. See, they have this, like, see, this is how a normal drill color is. The AB kind of has this, like it has like an extra coating that kind of gives it more like a shiny effect, see? And then my fourth column was a square AB, and then my fifth column has been my rhinestones, and I have since gotten square rhinestones, so now I'm like, what do I need? Like, I feel like I need to redo this chart, and and I don't know. But I've already started this one, so I'm not gonna suddenly redo the chart, but I guess if I didn't have this one, I would have a space for a square rhinestone, right? And see, the thing is, now I've also seen AB square rhinestones. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be enough space in... Might have to make several kinds of charts. I don't know. But when I originally made this, I actually had, I just did the 4, I just thought I would just have the 4 columns, and then the other 2 columns was like, I had no idea, but maybe something would come up. And I was right, things did come up. So, ooh, I need the next strip. So, 9, 3, 8. Okay. So, yeah, so things did come up. So, and also, if you're new to my channel, I have made like DMC labels, and I put this onto, I forgot what the name of the template is, but it is just labels. It's the return address labels that Avery does, and that's mainly because, one, I don't have a fancy cutting machine or something, so I just made my labels based off of ready-made labels, and I already had these. So I wasn't going to go remake, I already had them, so I was like, okay, this is what I'll use, and it's the perfect size for the labels. So I do have the templates that I made for these labels, and if I do my description correct, the templates for the labels should be available for you to go download and print yourself. But I do have disclaimers on my go download and print yourself thing, because like label printing sometimes is very difficult to line up. I don't know. So my disclaimer is, if it doesn't line up, I'm sorry. It lined up for me. But yeah, no, I don't even know what I was saying. But yeah, I did make a whole bunch of different kinds of labels. So these ones have like the DMC, and then I have 2 squares around it for square, and then it has the name of the color. And then I also have a label that I put on these cards that have like the color swatch, and then the DMC, and then the name of the label. I mean the name of the color. I also have ones where I just wrote, I guess it says square, and then the DMC, and then the name of the color. So yeah, I don't know. I've probably just, I don't know. Am I just that bored? Am I that entertained by making labels? I don't know. I might just be very entertained by making labels. Because, I mean, yeah, I might just be very entertained by making labels. So that's why there's many versions of it. So, ooh, this one's a pretty color. It's Aquamarine Medium, $9.43. So, and then I just use see, this is like, see, this was a baggie that diamond painting drills came in, and I just saved them, and that's what I use for the hitting down. And then I just put a piece of paper in there just to help hold it up, so that it doesn't flop over when you, like, they have a tendency to kind of like flop underneath the card in my leftover drill storage. Oh, and this is just a photo box. Yeah, this is such a unorganized talking. I'm not, see, the thing is, I'm not, so this is like almost been routine now, since this is what, we're on part 6. So, I mean, I could keep explaining every single time, but I have explained it before in previous parts. So sometimes I can't remember what I said, because I've already said it at some point in a previous one. I have noticed that these drills are really making my spare storage very full. So I think my whole plan to put my leftover special drills in the 4th box of my square drill storage is not going to work. I think my square drill storage is going to need all 4 of the photo boxes. So yeah. I think my special shape drills, I think I'm going to have to buy another box for those. I have yet to organize my special drills, and I've been doing a lot of special drills. If you've been watching my channel, I've been doing a lot. So I think me organizing my special drills will be like a multi-part. It'll be a multi-parter. So, because yeah, no, I've done quite a few special drill diamond paintings in the recent time. So the recent past. So 946. Okay, just making sure that, so my chart has 453 colors in there, but the Art Dot pack only had 445, so there are a couple DMCs that are either Art Dot doesn't sell them, or because the DMCs, I don't know if you know this, but these numbers are not special to diamond painting. They actually were from cross stitch, so they're using the same color numbering system as cross stitch, and cross stitch has a lot more colors. I think there's a lot of weird colors now, and so when I took out the the colors before 150, because there's a whole bunch of cross stitch numbers before 150, but diamond painting starts, I think, at 150. I took out all of those, and I took out ecru and blank because I have never seen it on a diamond painting. But after I took those out, and then they have a whole bunch of numbers after 3866. I think 3866 is the last one. So I took out those, but there was no way I was gonna find the 8 or so colors that were not part of diamond painting. No. So that's why there's 453. And I've also had drills for the colors that were, I had, like, so far I think I saw one where I actually had drills already on it, but from like diamond painting, and it's not in this 445 pack. So at some point maybe they will exist, they do exist as a color, but it's just not part of this pack of 445 colors. So peach very light. So yeah, so that's why there are a couple extras, and who knows if it'll ever be filled, but we'll see. But yeah, it's kind of weird, like, why did they choose not to do those certain ones? It's like they already did like so many colors that just adding 8 more didn't seem like that big of a deal. But maybe it's hard to make in plastic form. Maybe like because cross stitch is you know, thread, and it has to do with more like dyes, and maybe there's no good plastic dye that would make that color. I don't know, I'm making things up. It's just something to talk about while I'm doing this kitting down. Like maybe there's just not as many plastic dyes to be able to make as many colors as there is for fabric dyeing. Did I actually diamond paint 950? No, I did not. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't be talking while doing this. Then I get distracted because one, how many things am I doing? I'm diamond painting onto this chart. I'm cutting open packages, and then I'm also putting a label on a thing here and putting it away. Maybe this is a little bit too much multitasking for my brain. 951, and that's why I'm like putting away the drills before I even diamond painting it on this thing. So that's why I'm like, maybe I need a little bit more space between things. Okay. Let's see. 951 is tawny light. Too many things, hard to do, multitasking. I don't know how people can talk and do things at the same time. I'm surprised how much I am actually able to talk and do at the same time. So, okay. 951 is tawny light. Okay, I have no idea what I was saying before. Ooh, this is a really pretty color. 954 is Nile green. Okay. So, what else can I talk about? What else? I guess I could talk about what happened to me. Okay, let's see. Ooh. Okay, so the other day, I was watering my plants or my grass, because otherwise my grass would be sadly dead with how hot it's been. And my homeowners association is very crazy strict about how, well, not, I don't know. Like, I feel like in my walks around my neighborhood, my house is not the worst. So that sometimes I get annoyed when I get notices. But, so I was watering my grass, and then I noticed this part on the corner of my front yard where it was like, there was water pooling. And this was when I just started, the sprinkler. So no, it wasn't because I had watered too much. No, there was just like water pooling, and I was like, what is going on? Why is there water pooling here? And then I put my foot on it, and then it's like very spongy, and then like water was starting to like seep out, and I'm like, what in the world is this? So then I kind of start like staring at it, and I put my foot down, and then I'm like, yeah, there is a lot of water here. So then, but this was I was watering my plants, I think it was like past 7 p.m. because I figure I can't do it in the day because it would be too hot. But yeah, no, it was after 7 p.m. So then I was, ooh, wait, did I mess up? Did I mess up? Okay. So there's 9:55 is, okay, no, I didn't diamond paint 9:55. Okay. See, I said this is why maybe I shouldn't be talking and doing this at the same time. I was like, what's wrong with that? Why am the next one is pink? Okay, I just didn't put this one in. Okay. So, okay, so what was I talking about? I don't know. Oh yeah, I was talking about, so I was watering my plants after 7 p.m. and then I noticed that there was something spongy there, and I was like, what is this? I don't know what this is. So then I thought, okay, I'll maybe, I don't know. All I know is maybe I was thinking this would just go away or something. So the next day I went to look at it, and it was like really still very wet, and I was like, okay, it's just way too hot. There's no way that this is still like not evaporating. So then I called the water company, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm calling the right people, because I had no idea what was wrong. Like, I was picturing in my brain that if it was the water company, like I don't know if you've heard, like you've read articles about people getting like a $10,000 utility bill because something went wrong, like they had a leaking pipe, or like something was sucking up electricity or something, and then they end up getting a $10,000 bill. And I'm like, I have no desire to have a $10,000 bill, so I call the water company, and I'm like, I don't know if you guys are the problem, but I'm having like weird water pooling on the corner of my front yard, and since it's so hot, there should be no reason there's water pooling in that section. So then the person I talked to at the water company they're like, okay, let me pull up your meter and see if there's some unusual activity on your address, just in case, because if I seriously did have a leak, the meter would be really, really high or something. Like they would notice that it's just keeps going up and up and up or something, because if none of your water's on, it shouldn't be like actively going, right? So then they pull up and I don't know if you know, but a lot, like I think a lot of the meters now is like they don't even have to go here and check it. It's all computerized. So they pull up my meter and they're like, no, I don't see any unusual activity on your meter. And I'm like, okay. So at least I felt better that at least I wasn't going to get a $10,000 bill. At least I hope I wasn't going to get, because who knows what this was. What if this was something else and not like a burst pipe? And what if I had to fix something else? I have no idea what, but when you own a house, like you start thinking like worst case scenarios kind of thing, So then, but the water company was like, okay, well, we'll send someone out there just to make sure, because just because it's not your bill doesn't mean it's not someone else's bill. So, in case it was like a main line, it just wasn't feeding into mine, and my house just happens to be where it was draining to. So then they sent someone out, And then the guy goes and he's like, this is not one of our pipes, because if it was one of our pipes, there'd be gushing water. So I was like, okay, so the water was not gushing. So then he digs it up and he's like, it's an irrigation system. I'm like, yeah, I don't have sprinklers. There is no irrigation system for me, but I do live on a corner property that does have, so then he was like, it's probably like, he's like, do you have contact with your HOA? Because there were sprinkle, because I live on the corner. So, right next to my, property, there is like a line of like nicely nicely landscaped, like I have a sidewalk, and then there's, on the other side of the sidewalk, because so there's like my house property here, sidewalk, and then there's like a lovely landscaped thing right next to the sidewalk, which is not me. It's done by the homeowners association. So they were like, it's probably the pipes for the irrigation system for the homeowners association. So then they go look up what meter seems to be going high, and then apparently the meter for the park, that was like, the address for it was the park, which is like a block away from my house, was like going, like was on, like it seemed like it was on when it shouldn't have be on. So then he's like, yeah, it's probably your homeowners association. Their irrigation system there's a leak on it. And I'm like, okay. So now, and then he said he'll flag the account for the homeowners association, just because then they saw there was an issue in case I guess the homeowners association complains about a really high bill, which now I'm kind of afraid will increase my prices, but it's for my homeowners association, but that's a different thing. So then I call the HOA, the homeowners association. My normal person did not answer, but I left the message, and then I was in the process of writing an email, and they did call me back, and I told them what was up, and then they said someone would come out there and close the main line or whatever, because the water guy was like, we could close down the line, and I was like, you know what, I have no idea what any of that stuff is, so let's just let the homeowners association people decide whether they want to turn off the line. So yeah, so then I think they must have had someone out, because next time I see it, or not the next time, but the next day, I come home and there's orange cones around the area, and then they dug up a good chunk of my corner of my front yard, and I'm like thinking, shouldn't they have asked me for permission before they started doing this? I'm hoping they will fix that, and then if I freaking get a notice that are like, your front yard's a piece of garbage, I'm like, you did this. I'm just waiting for you guys to fix it. But yeah, no, so I come home yesterday, which this was yesterday, because I'm recording this on Saturday, and this happened on Thursday, and and when I came home on Friday, there was a bunch of orange cones there. There was a lot of, like a good chunk of stuff got dug up, and then they had a bucket over it. So I'm thinking they were trying to drain it, because it was just so much water that the fact that it's so hot and it still hasn't evaporated naturally, there was just a lot of water pooling. So I don't know what's going on there. I figure if like a week from now there's still just orange cones there, I'm gonna call them and ask them. But I kind of felt like they should have contacted me and said that they were gonna go start digging there. I don't know. I just felt like, even though I did tell them about it, so maybe they thought that was like permission for them to go do stuff, but I just felt like they should have asked before they started digging on my property. I don't know. But as long as they fix it up, and I don't have to fix it up because it was not my fault that happened. And it might end up looking better than what I would have done myself. But as long as they fix it up, I'm okay. So, but we'll see. But as long as I don't end up having a $10,000 water bill because I didn't know something was leaking, I'm okay. I'm okay. Okay. That was the excitement for the week, I guess. Nothing else was like as exciting as that. Well, if you call that exciting. Oh man, I didn't diamond paint this one again. See, maybe I should stop talking about stuff because then I lose track of what I'm trying to do, which is fill out this chart. But the filling out the chart won't work if I don't actually like fill out the chart. Okay. Well, I hear the ice cream man, like the ice cream truck going around because I hear the song. Okay. I don't know how many people would really go out to the ice cream man, but he keeps coming back, so I'm guessing people do. Okay, so I think I'm going to take out. I had some trays there to spread it out, but it's getting so full. Okay, so I think I'm going to pause a little bit, take a drink of water. Okay, let's do the second column here. So, baby green medium. I have no idea what I was talking, but I felt like I had to do a break in the between. So, yeah, I was talking about my dealings with the water and it's the joys of home ownership, right? The joys, and I mean that in a sarcastic way, of home ownership and what you have to deal with. But yeah, I'm hoping whatever it is minor and they will fix up my yard that the part of my yard that they dug up. $9.66 is baby green medium. Okay, so next strip. Would you believe that I'm on page 6, so I still have part 7, 8, and 9. So like just putting these away is just so much effort. Okay, so, but hey, I'm gonna be in the 3000s at least on this video. And remarkably, you might not think it, but there's actually a lot of 3000 colors. There's a lot of colors in the 3000s. So 967 is peach light. I don't know why I'm shaking it. I only need 4 that are upright. No. Okay. So I think since I don't know what to talk about, I'm just going to start just naming the colors, and if I get inspiration, I'll start talking about something. So 967, especially since I was messing up all around when I was trying to do both and talk about stuff. 967 is peach light. 970 is a really beautiful color. It's pumpkin light. 970 is pumpkin light. Oh, I don't have 971. Let me put this down here while I see that because I will get confused. So apparently I have pumpkin light, but I do not have pumpkin. So 971. So I'm just gonna get my blade here and score it so that it keeps the piece of paper there. I'm so afraid of like going over that I'm like so light-handed on the blade when I don't need to be. But this is why the blade thing is why I recommend to use cardstock for this, so that when you do, because if you're not doing all of them, you're only going to cut up the, I forgot to say that this, what I'm sticking on is double-sided tape. So I just got some, I believe this is 1/4 inch double-sided tape, and I just put it on my paper here, and that's how I made it sticky. And that's how I made my DIY DMC chart, because I was too cheap to pay $20 for this. I was like, and plus those ones that you get with the, like, that are on canvas and things like that, it doesn't have that option for the multiple kinds that I want to keep, like the square, round, the AB rhinestone. So I made, that's why I made my own chart. So, and like I said, I wasn't gonna pay like 20 something dollars for a chart that I was like, I could make that myself. I don't need it to be printed. I have a printer. I could just print it, put it on, buy some cardstock or something and print it on cardstock. And then I could put what I want on it. So yeah, there's no 971, so I just have to remember not to get the sticker on my thing here. Do I not really have 971? Let me see if I have any in my spare storage. No, I have 971 in my spare storage. It just was not included in this. I kind of want to fill this in with this because I have 971. So yeah, I don't know why this art dot thing did not have 971, but it didn't. So even though I had some 971 in my spare storage, the reason it's not on this chart is because I made this chart more recently, and I've only been filling it in with my new ones, since I didn't really want to just go through my stash and just, I guess I could do that one day. I could just be like, start filling these in. Maybe if after I finish part 9 of this, maybe that will just be like another just random video I decide to do where I'm filling in this chart with what I currently have. I don't know. It's actually kind of funny that like I just have so many ideas so what I could do on the YouTube channel. And I'm like, as long as if some people watch and enjoy it. It might not be my most popular video, but not everything has to be your most popular video. Okay. 973 is Canary Bright. So yeah, 973. Hopefully I don't cut myself. I've accidentally actually cut myself with my scissors and while I was cutting open one of these drill containers. So now I'm like a little bit extra vigilant in how I cut because, like I said, I've cut myself before. And yeah, I don't want to have to be somehow like getting blood off of this beautiful white background here. Okay, 973 is Canary Bright. My box is getting very, very full. Alright, so 975 is Golden Brown Dark. Just making sure it's not, there's not going to be another skipped one. Because it's very easy to just keep going in the zone here and not realize that you got to a skipped one. Golden Brown Dark. Okay. Okay, 975. Am I still on this row here? Okay, so 976 is Golden Brown Light. You know, these drills have been actually very good with their no static. I've opened up a whole bunch already and they've been pretty staticless because Prior to me recording this video, the kitting up that is going to be on Friday, I recorded that right before this video. The drills had some static. It was kind of annoying. Like, I usually only get the static during, like, the winter cold months. And I think that's just because that's when the static is more prevalent. And I was like, I haven't gotten static such a long time, and then I suddenly get it. And I'm like, oh, man. Okay, so this is very, very full. I think this row is very full, so I think I'm gonna have to move some down. I think I'm gonna have to reorganize this again, because there's just not enough space anymore. So yeah, I'm not gonna be able to put some of the leftover rhinestones in the fourth box thing, since this thing is super full. Okay, I'm gonna have to reorganize this again. And then my math where I try to like equally distribute all of the colors doesn't work, because you know, you just end up having more of some colors than the others, and then they all tend to like be right next to each other too. I don't know. That just seems to be what ends up happening. So 977 is golden brown light. Oh, see, I did the same thing again where I didn't diamond paint it. Why? Oh my goodness. 977 golden brown light. So theirs was a bunch of oranges and browns there, and it looks like my next color schemes are going to be some greens. I wish the DMCs were like in like color, like order, like where they are, all the sequential GMCs are all the same color. Some of them are, but I think they must have just kept adding colors, and then I don't know how they decided what numbers went with what, but I'm guessing the reason why there's some skipped colors and why they're not like, not all the greens are next to each other is they might have just added them randomly. That's my guess. I should go look this up, the history of DMC, so that I could actually say something knowledgeable when instead of just making it up in my brain. But then, you know, what ends up happening, you don't think about doing it until like you're in the middle of this, and I can't just like stop and go look it up. Or I guess I could stop and just go look it up. But I don't really want to, because I'm on the roll. 987 is forest green dark. One of these days I'm going to think about it, and then I'm just going to be like, you know what, I'm going to stop the video, look this up, and then talk about it after. But this does not, I just don't feel like it. 987 forest green dark. Okay. More greens. This one is 988 is forest green medium. See, that's the thing. I like it that there's forest green. Very dark, dark, medium, and just forest green. 988. So it seems like they start with dark and then it just gets... Oh, there's no forest green light. So... Okay. 988 forest green medium. So, you know, I don't know if I should be doing this. This is my kitting up tray and kitting down tray, and I use it because I don't diamond paint from it. Because if you diamond paint on a tray, eventually, like, it'll start building up the wax, and then the tray won't, like, the stuff won't just come out as smoothly. But I have such old wax on this pen that I haven't had to fill it in a while, so it hasn't been spurting out and adding extra wax. But yeah, if you ever notice like your drill's just not like falling down as easily, it's because your tray has gotten like gunks of wax in there. And I don't know, has anyone ever like put a tray through the dishwasher? I think that might be kind of what I want to do. Or, you know, maybe I'll just get a sponge and clean it, or baby wipes and clean it, or just get a brand new tray. I like guess get another tray, because you know you probably have tons of trays, but yeah, no, so yeah, if you ever notice that your like drills are just not as pouring out as nicely, it's maybe your tray is a little gunked up with wax. Um, and yeah, you might want to clean it. And that's why I have separate trays for my kidding ups, just so that they're not the gunked up ones. 991. Okay. 992 is Aquamarine Light. Aquamarine Light. I'm getting kind of hungry. Oh, there's a rogue dark green there. But I'm gonna finish this before I take. This is my last video that I'm recording today. I did just record my kidding up video for Friday. I was like 2 kidding ups ahead. I might end up recording the kidding up tomorrow, just so that I'll have a little bit of a kidding up buffer. And then I recorded my completion review for Wednesday. And then and right now I'm recording my Monday video. My Tuesday, Thursday video I have already recorded in a previous day. So those are done. Yeah, no, I used to have like such a massive YouTube posting buffer, and which has completely gone away. I think the longer you do YouTube, the more comfortable you are with like not having the things pre-recorded such in advance that, yeah, no, now I'm just like, oh, I haven't recorded? Oh well, I'll do it tomorrow. It'll be fine. So yeah, I don't really have a buffer anymore. I do have... Yeah, no, I don't really have a buffer. I do have a couple videos that I recorded a long time ago that just never got posted. For whatever reason, I don't know. Like, it's just... Like, I just never found a place to put it on my channel, and it just never got posted. So... yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with those. They're at the point that they're kind of too old now to post. Like, there's been some videos, like, there was one time I made an unboxing for storage, and then I decided not to post it because it was just a repeat of storage that I already have. So, like, you didn't really need to see me unbox storage that I already had, that I have showed an unboxing for before. So, yeah, I was like, no, I've already shown us before, so I didn't end up putting it on the channels, but I have it recorded. And I actually have it uploaded to YouTube, but I just didn't end up pressing, like, changing the date to make it public. So, yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. Maybe they'll just never see the light of day, because they'll just be like those videos. Or I could just do a deleted, I don't know. What is it, like, extra scenes? What did they do in movies? When they released the DVDs and stuff like that, what do they call them? The deleted scenes. They're not deleted. They just were never before seen scenes. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'll do with them. Maybe I'll just post them like on those times when I actually don't get a chance to record, or I don't know. And then just put like in massive like block writing, be like, old video warning, I don't know. Warning. I must warn you, this is an old video. Everything I say is probably completely outdated. So I'm surprised you're watching it, even with all the warnings. Yeah, I don't know. 3011 is khaki green dark. So it looks like there's the next ones are khaki green dark, medium, and light. But there is no khaki green with no adjective. Well, it's green, just a completely, it's an adjective already because it's a color, I think. Man, it's horrible. It's all the stuff that you learn when you were like in elementary school and then you don't ever need to know it in real life, adult life. And then now you're like, wait, is green an adjective? I'm pretty sure green's an adjective because it's a word that describes something. So, like green apple, it's an adjective. Green is the adjective for the apple. Apple is the noun. But then when you have all these extra things, it's not an, it's an adjective for an adjective. Is there a word for an adjective for an adjective? I don't know. Now I'm just... It's because, you know, I'm running out of things to talk about, so now now weird things pop in my brain. So 3013 is khaki green light. Okay. You know, I don't even know the last time I wore khaki pants. I guess a lot of people use the khaki pants for like hiking. But I kind of don't like them because, okay, they're just like too light color, and I don't know. I guess if I was going in the safari or something, I would want dark color pants, but I prefer, I mean, light color pants, but I prefer darker color pants. I figure if it got stained, it wouldn't be as obvious than a light color one. If it got accidentally wet because you were in a puddle, it wouldn't look like your pants wouldn't look so wet because they're dark. So yeah, I prefer the dark pants. So that's probably why I haven't done khakis in such a long time. Okay, so I just need, after this, to 3031. So just up to here and we'll be done with this page. Okay. So, but let me finish this one. And this one is brown gray, very dark. So it looks like the next ones are brown gray, very dark, medium, light, very light. So I guess this does kind of look brown gray. Okay. 3021. Yes, I did drill it. Okay. Next one, 3022. Brown, gray, medium. Let's see what else. I don't know. 3022. Okay, brown, gray, medium. We only have 3 more colors left. Man, I think I was so excited to be 3 colors left that I put the boat much higher and things just flew. So 3023 is brown, gray, light. Question this, is this lighter than the other one that was medium? Let's see. I don't know. I guess it looks a little lighter. I'm trying to see like the difference between these two. Okay. Brown, gray, light. 3023. Okay, so next one is brown gray, very light, 3024. Okay. So it looks like in this page only pumpkin was missing, which I actually have drills for, so I could always fill it in if I really wanted to. 3024. And then last one is Mocha Brown, very dark, 3031. I think you get this one a lot, because it looks like, I don't know, do I get this a lot? Is this the dark brown that I normally get? I see, other than like the ones that you commonly get, everything else you're just like, I don't know, do I ever get that color? Because the more you diamond paint, the more you get familiar with the colors, especially the ones that come very, very often. Okay, so there's the last one, 3031. Mocha Brown, very dark. And my storage is very, very, very full. I'm gonna have to buy another box for my special shapes. I should go do that at some point because I'm running out of storage for my special shapes because I tend to use my smaller storage for those. But yeah, here is the chart. It's all finished, close up. It's very, I think it's very pretty when you see them all like kind of lined up like that. But yeah, that's all I have for today. This is what, part 6. I'm looking at my page number, like, what part are we on? So this is part 6 of my Let's Fill Up This Chart. I think it's called Chart With Me. And look out for page 7, part 7 at some point. I've been doing other things. I haven't been constantly doing this. So next week is probably not going to be one of these. It'll maybe be a kit down. I don't know. We'll see what I feel like doing next week. But yeah, so thank you for watching and happy diamond painting. Bye.